And good afternoon, all you fantastic people. Silver Dragon here, coming at you with some more X4. Going to be continuing where we last left off. And I actually, rather interestingly here, to make a note of this as well, since we first started playing this expansion, this save file now has 3 days, 18 hours, and 15 minutes worth of playtime. God damn. God damn. That's a little bit of playtime. We've come a little bit far, I'd say, considering. But yeah, over 3 days worth of playtime so far. Jeez. Anyway, let me go ahead and get everything paused here as per usual, so I'm not streaming and watching at the same time, which is most unfortunate. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to the lovely and short-lived service, it seems, that is Mixer, there's a single light of science, and it brightens... To brighten it anywhere, it's brighten it everywhere. But yes, the joyous and short-lived service that was Mixer is apparently shutting down, which is a shame, and everything's going to get shunted over to Facebook gaming or something along those lines. Considering I've barely ever used Facebook and would, plan on never touching it again if I can, because, screw that, for many reasons. Yeah, as of maybe the end of the month here, I'm guessing, something along those lines, I am straight up removing Mixer from my stream list. So, yeah. The whole 38-odd people, apparently, that followed me on there are going to have to go elsewhere, it seems. That's a shame. Such a shame. Not that many people ever showed up on there to begin with, but, either way, it's not worth keeping around at this point. And I have to say, I'm laughing my ass off at freaking Microsoft and them who paid, what? Was it Microsoft? Either way. Paid $30 million to get that lovely asshat brought over there, and now they're shutting down the service. That's I crack up so hard when I think of that. It's just funny. Terrible, but funny at the same time. Right, let's take a look at my shit. So let's start with Thark's Ravine. I'm pretty sure I already snatched your funds last time. I did. You only have 200,000 right now. So yeah, I took his funds last time. The Holy Vision FAQ should be somewhat operational now, hopefully. The operating budget is still freaking high, even though it should not be that high. We're literally providing all the resources for it. So, yeah. But being the way it is, they don't seem to want to properly supply shit there, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that the operating budget is that high. It shouldn't be that high, but, it kind of is. Looks like they've managed to not screw up their methane. I'm going to lower the buy amount now. Since they seem to have grown a brain cell and are actually supplying the station like they should have been in the first damn point. I'm going to lower that down. Even though I have it cranked to, like, the lowest possible price. Yeah. The lowest possible price for them to be selling that to them. Still, it is what it is. So I just need to make up for their slowness with volume, I think. Yeah, we've got 2 miners now currently working on supplying this thing with silicon because they're doing a shit job of it. So hopefully they'll do that soon. And we're not buying any freaking silicon. Why would we even have that on this? No. We do not need to buy any of that shit, ever. No. We are producing that. We do not need to buy that. As long as they bring the damn components in there, we do not need... And again, same thing for here. We have like an actual bit of buy amount there. I'm like, no! We don't need to buy anything to make Claytronics. Just stop it. Alright. That dropped it down. Actually, no, it didn't drop it down. The budget down at all, which is unfortunate. But whatever. We already got 7 million in there. That's enough. We should be making some money there soon, I hope. Otherwise, I'll be a little mildly annoyed. But hey, let's talk with the calm you for a second. I do not have...
Goodbye.
Unfortunately, I do not have a seminar for you to improve your capabilities. Because I'm thinking maybe if he's more skilled, the expected operating budget might drop. Unfortunately, right now, not so much. Not so much. What are you doing right now? I want to make sure you're operating, because you're kind of important. Yeah, he's going to go do his trades and bring stuff back. So once we get the... Let me go to the plan build for this. Once we get the small, medium fabrication and maintenance bays built, especially considering we have the storage modules built now as well, we will be able to start creating ships at that point, pretty much. At least using the blueprints I currently possess. We may not be able to start creating ships in mass, you know. Won't be able to completely fill the Raptor with 100 ships or something like that. But at the very least, we might be able to supply the station with a basic amount of the various resources it requires in order to produce, you know, at least a couple, pardon me, a couple of fighters to protect my merchant fleet, which is always getting harassed. Because I still want to expand my merchant, or I need to expand my merchant fleet more, I should say. Need to expand my merchant fleet. And they're just getting harassed by pirates left, right, and center. So we need to give them decent convoys. So hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of ships going as quickly as possible. But looks like we're transferring everything on here. It's only taking 2 minutes per connector at the moment, which is good. Beyond that, we'll see what happens. So right now, I'm pretty sure I only have one actual blueprint, which is for the, let me go to the actual encyclopedia here. Excuse me, we'll do the ship comparison again. Medium class. Where are you, my friend? No, it's not a medium class. I always go medium class. It's not a medium class. It's an S class. That's why I can't find it. The Balor. Balor. So I'm pretty sure I have the MK2 travel drive. I'll need to double check which tech I actually have, which is kind of important. The MK2 Talati shields. We don't have the MK3. They're expensive. I don't even think we can buy them, period. And then I think the only weapon we have is potentially the MK2 Pulse. So I'll just go ahead and equip all of that again here. Let me actually go ahead and set that up as the kind of, not the training system extension. I'll set that as the basic loadout for this here then. Save as new, just because I'm pretty sure this is what I have, but I'll find out later to make sure. So let's confirm that. So the other ship we were looking at before was the Chimera Heavy Fighter, which we don't have access to buying this blueprint as of yet, unfortunately. Where's the damn Talati drive? Oh, and I must have actually given the other one the Argon drive. Combat Thruster MK2, Talati Shield MK2, and then same thing, give them all the Pulse. MK2 Pulse Laser. And, of course, all the software that it needs. Alright, let's go ahead and save that. Just so I don't have to keep remaking that. Confirm. Yeah, so the Chimera has... And, yeah, did I give him the MK3? Let me go and add it here. Make sure I didn't give an MK... No, I gave him the MK2 to Lottie, so no, it's fine. So yeah, the Chimera is definitely better. Unfortunately, I wish I had compared it before. The only main difference being in this, but let me again double check and make sure I gave him... No, I gave him the Argon drive, not the Talati drive. And I'm pretty sure the Talati one is what I have. So now that I've matched what their actual engines are, it looks like the maximum speed is slightly better. Same thing for the boost speed. Just very, very slight. Not that much of a difference between the two. The main difference being that the Balur, per se, is more maneuverable in its pitch, yaw, and roll than the Chimera, but the Chimera has an extra, almost 1,000 health to its hull. Not so much for its shield, but at least its hull is up there. Not to mention it gets an extra weapon, so the burst damage that it has is quite nice. And it gets an additional crew member, which, crew members are what they are in that regard. So, I'm going to take a quick stop off at the Free Split Family dock here. And we're going to see what it cut. Really? Why are you... I dislike it when you do that. That's really aggravating. In that, when it calculates the distance for me to get there, it's sending me through multiple additional gates rather than the one gate that would take me there. Maybe that's technically a shorter distance, but, I mean, I would rather go through one gate than 3 gates. Or 2 gates, as it were. Because, yeah, if I go through the gate nearby and through the other one, that would take me right next to it, but at the same time, no, thank you. But yeah, so that's getting constructed relatively quickly. Nevidium miners are currently on hold. Let's go ahead and get those boys selling. I need my delicious Nevidium dosh. Ooh, he's buying 6,000. Nice. Very nice. Alright, where are my other 2 Nevidium rats? There they are. Please? Why are you not... Do you not... What? Huh? Oh? What?
Entering system. Family took her.
Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. You were not properly ordered to go mine. Whoopsies. Oh, we could just keep blasting off into space here, though. Nevidium. Sell. Mine. Nevidium. Mine. Nevidium. And lo and behold, mine Nevidium. Thank you. Now, slight curve off to the right. And we should be heading directly towards our destination. Yes. Yes, we are. Also, they have a new free split wharf over here. Fantastic. Can I buy ships from this wharf? I can. Now, they have the heavy fighter here, but they don't have Chimera, which makes me concerned that that might be a restricted ship to the Patriarchy, maybe. But, worst comes to worst, if that turns out to be the case, once the small, medium fabrication bay and maintenance bay are constructed, pretty sure I just need the fab bay. I can just send one of the Chimeras there. Actually, I'll probably send them now, actually, to go dock. And then I'll be able to reverse engineer the blueprint, so I won't have to worry about getting locked out of any ships. The only downside being it's going to take 3 hours worth of time for them to gather a blueprint for a small class ship. Likewise, if I throw the Dragon in there, it's going to cost 7 hours to do that. So let's see how much money I'm saving by waiting.
Split equipment dock.
Woo! And then I rammed into the station a bit. It's fine. Everything's fine. And I'm spinning out of control. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's like if you ram something by accident, like if you nudge something, all of a sudden the
Successfully docked.
the force from that seems to just kind of spin your ship slightly out of control. At least that's what I've noticed seems to happen. It's only when I just, either get too close to a ship or maybe nudge it or a station that it seems to send my ship out of control. Any other time when I'm just flying around in space, I have no issues with control of my ship. But yeah, it's always when I'm either trying to you know, hug a ship in order to destroy its modules, or, you know, near a station that seems to happen where it locks up my
Greetings.
controls
It's
and
an
spins
honor
me
to
around.
see you here.
Right. Do you have the Chimera? You do not. And the Dragon Raider costs 7.3 million credits. So I can't tell what the Baylor's cost is, but judging by the actual costs of this, I'm guessing that maybe the reverse engineering mod calculates by the million cost of the item, of the ship. So for example, if I wanted to reverse engineer a Wyvern gas, I'm guessing it might take 16 hours. I could be wrong. That's definitely something I want to experiment with, but yeah. But judging from what I can see here, the best I can get, other than the Balur, or Baylor, whatever, I'm going to go with Balur, because that sounds fantastic. The only other thing I could really get is the Aspirator, and But, let's see what kind of equipment I can buy from you. Now, the Neutron Gatling, I should really look at a lot of these, like the Tau Accelerator. The Thermal Disintegrator as well looks like an interesting little tech. But I need the small version of these too, that's the thing. So let me take a look at some of these weapons. We'll go into the encyclopedia and we'll compare a couple of these just to see how...
fortune.
If we can, that is. There's the ship comparison. Equipment. I guess not. We'll go military then. Yep, there we go. Weapons. So I want the S-Class. Muon Charger. Let's see. Sustained output of 358 megawatt. Does a lot of shield damage. And relatively the same hull damage. And its range is 2.4 kilometers. So 396. The Neutron Gatling has a bit more range. Actually, how does that compare to the Pulse as well? So it has less range than the Pulse Laser, but deals a little bit more damage and has... The projectile speed is not quite as good as the Pulse either. We have the Tau Accelerator, which has a range of 2.1 kilometers, so very short range as well. 3.5 rounds per second, though, which is actually a little bit more than the Pulse Laser. And does quite a bit more damage, but it looks like the main drawback being the heat buildup is much higher. So very much so like the plasma. If I were to check out the small plasma, let's see, the heat on the Tau Accelerator is 447. Small plasma, MK2. The heat on that is quite a bit higher, but still, I could definitely see that the Tau Accelerator would heat up quite fast. But at the same time, yeah, this right here, this is the interesting aspect of the Thermal Disintegrator, in that it will damage the hull and the shield, but it damages the hull immediately. If this was X3, I would absolutely love this gun, because that would mean that as the target's hull gets lower, very much so like the Mass Driver used to be, in that it would directly hit the hull. The downside being, of course, that it would use up actual ammo to do that, so a solid round, essentially. And also the heat buildup on this thing is quite high. But the range is 2.6, and the rate of fire is also very high. So this is actually a really, really nice weapon, honestly. The damage might not be high, but the high rate of fire, the decent range, the projectile speed, kind of makes up for that. The only main issue being, of course, the heat buildup is relatively high. But still, that's a decent little weapon. I'm actually tempted to get that, honestly. If I were to throw 5 of those on a Chimera, I imagine it would be able to do some significant damage to a ship. especially considering that it does direct hull damage. If I had a swarm of these around a cap ship, they could potentially destroy components on the ship a lot easier because they're dealing direct damage to the hull and bypassing the shields a little bit. So even if they can't penetrate the shield just from pure damage, they could potentially destroy a component simply by the fact that they're, a portion of the damage is getting through. And if the shield falls, all damage gets added on and piled onto it at that point, as it adds on the shield and hull damage. So yeah, we're going to get that. We're going to get the Thermal Disintegrator MK2 for that. I don't really care for any turrets, honestly. I don't think the Split L Plasmas are good turrets, but I'm not going to bother with that until I get some, like, L-class docks or something, or at least a L-class maintenance yard.
It's an honor
then it would be
to
worth
see you
doing.
here.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get that. So let's go modules. Also, I should probably compare... The combat thrusters should be the same. And they always use the travel drive, but for... I'm going to take a look at the S-Class split combat engine. After I'm done... No, not modules. I want the equipment. Weapons. S. Thermal Disintegrator MK2. I will take you. Confirmed.
Split wish you fortune.
So there's one more thing I'm going to look at here in the encyclopedia. And, let's see here. Equipment. Engines. Talati and split. Because I'm pretty sure I've got the MK2 travel drive engine blueprint right now. MK2 is probably the best I'll be able to afford for the moment. Oh, great, really? I'm going to ignore you. But for... Max boost thrust. So, let's see here. Forward thrust is probably the most important one, so 488 and 3.9 for the MK2. Significantly better for the split S combat engine. So yeah, I'm going to get the MK2 split combat engine then for it.
It's
and
an honor to see
the
you
booster
here.
will just, the actual thruster will be the one I already have, which I think is the MK2 combat, because honestly, if your ship gets under attack, you want it to get the hell out of there as quickly as possible. So yeah, let's go ahead and engines split small MK2. Do I want the MK3? That would potentially boost the cost of it up a little bit, but at the same time, if I'm providing all the materials, I could potentially afford it. But, you know what? Why the hell not? We're making a nice fleet here. Let's go all out. We're gonna go with the MK3 combat engine for these guys.
Split wish you fortune.
We're going all out. Oh, hello there. Right, let's get back to Dragon Alpha.
Greetings.
Out of my chair. Right, we're gonna have the Chimera in this station head to, unless I already have one, because I know I have two of these. So what happened to the other one? It is also here, apparently. Right. I would like you, fine sir, to go dock at that station, please.
Request permission to dock.
Let's go ahead and undock. We're also going to head to the Talati rep and check up on them and see what I bought from them. Actually, I wonder... I'm pretty sure there's no... God, I wish I could check both of these things, but unfortunately I can't right now. So we'll check the Talati rep. If he doesn't have what I'm looking for, then I will go visit the Ministry rep, who might. Because the Ministry tends to have a lot of the more kind of
awaiting orders.
Specialized or maybe even advanced components of the Talati, because they are basically the Talati police force. So, I mean, it makes sense for them to have the holy shit.
Entering system. Matrix. Number.
That's
4,
a branch
5,
eye.
1.
And a bunch of K's. That is hell on wheels, is what that is. Please tell me you're not coming this direction. Please tell me I added this sector to the global blacklist. I'm 90% sure I added this sector to the global blacklist. Matrix 451 has been added to the global blacklist. So, the Chimera should be smart enough to not go this way. Yes, fantastic. He was in fact smart enough to not come this way and suicide against that I and K's. Not to mention the, what is it, the M's and P's right next to it? Yeah. What do we got here? Yeah, the Branch I Fleet. So we've got multiple P parties. P led by an M and 2 N's. We've got an N party. Well, all 3 of these are led by the Xenon Ps. So those things are a little bit of a pain in the ass, I'll say. They're not something so terrifying that I can't deal with them. But if I were to go against multiple of them, they would shred my shields in seconds.
The consequences.
Huh?
This is Sector Security. Comms channel open.
Huh?
Reporting an attack against this station. Acknowledged. Criminal record has been updated.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Did some dipshit attack the freaking ministry again?
Awaiting orders.
What the How? That really pisses me off. I don't know how they did that, who did that. Yeah, Ministry of Finance, we lost a little reputation with them. Luckily, we have a high reputation, so that doesn't matter too much, but how? Again, this irritates me so much in that I get called about one of your ships attacked something. We're not going to tell you what or where this incident happened, but we're going to punish you for it. I hate that so much.
Entering system.
That's such
Unanimous
complete bullshit.
0. Rattlesnake.
And yet that's happened multiple times. And actually there was supposed to be a change in 3.2 that at least partially addressed that. And for a while it seemed to work, but
Talati
again, we're running into that issue where someone somehow is shooting at or near freaking ministry stations, and I'm freaking can't control my ship again, and causing me to lose rep, and I'm honestly getting more than a little pissed off that this keeps happening.
Granted.
Because it's kind of horseshit, you know? They should not be attacking anything. As far as I know, most of my ships were set to defensive, but clearly there's someone somewhere who's set to attack all enemies and is hitting stations, thus causing conflict. So I gotta go through my freaking list here quickly, because this is
It's an honor to have
pissing
you
me
aboard.
off. Beyond belief. This has happened multiple times. Yeah, they're set to defend. You're set to attack all enemies. That might be a reason why. I'm gonna set you to defend. Who else do we have in ministry space?
Requesting immediate backup.
18 billion is ministry space. You have mining turrets. You also have mining turrets. These are not going to be attacking stations. You don't have anything interesting at all that would be a threat to those stations. So yeah, 90% sure every single one of these issues I've ever had has come in or from again, he's set to defend Prophet Center Alpha, in that they keep having enemy ships pass by the shipyard and attacking it for whatever reason. It's super aggravating. I just can't seem to get them to stop.
Requesting immediate backup.
I should honestly just get them out of that damn sector. Keep them out of keep all of my combat ships out of Ministry space. At this point. Or any space, any sector that has the Ministry of Police Force. Which is going to be difficult, but I mean, I'm sick and tired of that happening.
It's an honor to see you here.
I am here for your blueprints. I want to look at your shield generators. So I bought the medium MK2. I have not as of yet bought the small shield, but of course I'm going to buy the S-Class shield. Now, the Talati have the highest capacity, but the recharge is not as good. I think the Paranid have a decent total amount and a high recharge, and then of course the split is just, you know, yeah, like paper mache, not even worth bothering. Right, is there anything else I want to buy from you? I should have bought the small combat thrusters from the split probably. But we're here already, so I'm gonna say screw it and pay the fine to get what I need. And I've already got.
It's an honor to see you here.
I don't think I need to worry about any of the consumables or a thing here, countermeasures. Which, apparently, I haven't bought any countermeasures. I'll buy that.
Good profit to you. It's
but I don't need to worry about the actual, like, docking modules and stuff like that. That I can just assign and don't have to worry about it. Likewise, turrets, weapons, all that, they don't matter. So, let's get out of here. So, yeah. Let me also check this rattlesnake here as well and make sure that he's not going to go ape shit and attack the locals for no good reason. He's also set to defend, and he's currently disarmed. That's the thing, too. I usually disarmed everyone in their sector unless they were getting under attack. And then I could tell them to retaliate. As a matter of fact, let me do that over there quickly. Let me make sure they are actually disarmed as well. Because they're freaking rattlesnakes. They're not going to get destroyed. Yep, he was already disarmed. So it's just some weird shit that's happening in out-of-sector combat, and it's rather aggravating. Right.
Requesting immediate backup.
Let me... Why? Oh, because of Xenon. Don't care. Let me take a quick look up at my Raptor and area and see how things are doing. Looks like they're swarming the hull parts vac over there. They haven't yet gone for the defense platform, but yeah, the Argon are in there, and they are swarming against the Patriarch forces. They even penetrated into Xyarth's domain. Interesting. I've apparently been dealing a very severe blow to the Patriarch military, considering that they don't seem to have enough forces anymore to fight off these attacks, which is interesting. I mean, they're very spread out, though. They have a lot of sectors that they own. This one, though, was neutralized, probably due to their whichever defense station they had in that sector was destroyed by the Xenon, more than likely. So they've lost their administrative center for that sector. But yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at my... Actually, let's take a look at you first. How are you doing? Actually, I didn't want to plan a build. I wanted to check your information. He's burning through all the money I've given him, so he's not making money right now, which is kind of aggravating. No, we haven't gotten there yet. Just making sure that I wasn't gonna blow right past that. So yeah, I'm not sure why it's blowing through as much money as it is. It should be making a shit ton of money, not losing it. The biggest issue right now appears to be silicon wafer.
Entering system. Right promise.
Won't get me that easily.
I mean, it's consuming 4,800 an hour. I don't know why you're saying we don't have
Think you
enough
might regret
production.
that.
Again, why would we buy energy cells? That's stupid. Sell offer, automatic pricing. I kind of want to raise it up more. But yeah, it's like we don't have enough resources. You do have enough resources, though. You definitely do. We've got 18,000 silicon right now. Is it because we are... No, we have a buy offer. We don't have a sell offer, so I don't know what the problem is there. Huh. That's definitely a mild issue. Alright, let me slam on the brakes here, because I've already zipped right past where I needed to go. Right. What do we have there? Ah, it's a ZYA. Oh, hello there. You are a pirate. I'm going to destroy you. Assuming I can get to you before you warp away here. Ah, let's get to that damn highway. But yeah, welcome, Stick. Yes, Kitty. I know, Kitty. Yeah, just a lot of, like, we just started and I'm already just like, shit ain't quite progressing the way I want it to right now. Right, let's get this sucker. No. Fuck. My space brakes are shit. My space brakes are
Entering
absolute shit.
system. Profit center alpha.
I was slamming on, and again, if I use autopilot, I come to like an instant halt when I leave the freaking highway, so that annoys me that I'm stuck
Entering
in this
system.
like
Right
long
promise.
death slide
Minotaur.
if
Raider.
I try and do it myself. Scree. Oh well. Let's get after this guy. He hasn't harassed my ships yet, but I know he's just waiting for an opportunity. But yeah, I need to get us several additional trade ships, and hopefully once the main kind of facility has been built, I'll be able to supply him with enough basic resources that we'll be able to get some ships produced. I should probably send a dragon there as well. I should have a spare dragon somewhere. Oh shit. And I zipped right past him. Of course I did. Damn it, space brakes.
So what have we here? Nice. I might have to help myself to some of that. Drop the cargo and run. You're a pain in the ass, dude.
You can't do that, you know.
Sure I can. Zero skill plate packed.
Hey, will you stop firing? Big mistake. Very big mistake.
Not really. You're a filthy pirate and I am killing you.
This is not what I signed up for. Stop, please. My ship has been...
Request denied.
Container.
It's like, please stop.
Container.
You're killing me. Yep. Yeah, I am, because that ship was about to come
Vulture.
right through,
Jump
and I
gate.
guarantee
Memory
you
of
would have harassed
Prophet.
his ass and possibly destroyed him. But once I get my fighters in play, that'll be a much different story. But yeah, let me take a look at that freaking station again, because
I
I'm...
was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Grand Exchange 3. Really?
Thanks.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Let me get the autopilot to take me there. But yeah, I'm very confused as to why this station is bleeding money as badly as it is. It should be self-sustaining. It should be producing everything that it needs. But again, for some damned reason it's not, and that bothers me. Because I don't know why the operating budget is so high when it shouldn't be. He shouldn't be buying anything, he should only be selling. So I'm very confused as to what the issue is here. Got 480 Claytronics right now.
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
Yeah. So he has like
Entering
what,
system. Unholy
200,000
retribution.
worth of Claytronics right now. Plus, yeah, probably more than that actually. And just it doesn't want to. Again, we just lost another 200,000 there for some reason. What is he buying? Again, I wish I had a log for this, because I can't tell what the hell is going on here. I should have removed all the buy offers. You know what? I'm going to cancel every single buy offer that it has. I'm going to zero everything out. I wish I could completely get rid of it, but I don't think it'll let me remove the buy offers completely.
Entering system.
Which is
IS
aggravating.
mists.
Let me double check here. Automatic storage allocation. Use station settings in the trade. Those are already zeroed out. I honestly don't understand what is going on with this thing. Let me check the economy statistics maybe. So buy offers are down below
Entering system.
for energy cells.
Nobelius
Silicon
fortune.
wafers. Hmm. 120. How much do you need to produce what you need? Silicon wafers, you need 2,400 an hour.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
That's a problem. Why are we selling fricking... Why are we selling our silicon wafers that are needed for microchips? Excuse me.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
That's kind of very freaking annoying. Are we selling? Yeah, we are too. We totally freaking are.
Awaiting orders.
What the actual hell? You need these for the damn station. Why are you selling this? What brain cell did you lose where you thought you could sell that? I don't even know. No wonder our silicon wafers are so low. Or it was complaining that it was low all the goddamn time. We were selling it. Are we selling our microchips too? Of course we are. Why wouldn't we sell our microchips? You know what? Microchips though? Microchips we can maybe sell. But I am cranking the amount that we can sell down heavily. Especially for quantum tubes. No, we're not selling any quantum tubes right now. Excess product, yes. But the problem is, they're not selling the excess. They're just straight up selling it. It shouldn't be anything after this they're selling. I have to look, you know what? I have to look into the details of this. Remain above this amount. No, you're right. That is what it is for that. So you are correct. Let me go ahead and crank that up then. I'll crank that up to like half. So no, it is anything above this amount and they start selling it. Which makes me wonder, why are they freaking... Like, why did it create sell orders for that automatically? I mean, if they get overstocked, then I can create a sell order myself, but it's like, no, what are you doing? So yeah, no, that's my fault there. I need to read the text here more clearly. Set that at about half again. Still, the issue is silicon wafer production is really, really poor. And let me actually load this here because that's odd. Yeah, you're right. You are completely right. I was worried that they were selling it rather than using it, but no, it appears to be... Let me actually load this up here. Ooh, looks like I actually still have the module loaded. But then how much... Yeah, the amount of silicon getting demanded, though, goes up rather significantly if I do that. What I'm gonna do then... Because the amount of silicon wafers that I'm producing... I think the problem here occurred in that I didn't have... Again, I screwed up the design of this building in that I should have... And I'm going to do this from now on going forward. I need to design it in stages properly. So for this, stage 1 should have been graphene, superfluid, silicon wafer, and antimatter cell. Stage 2 should have been quantum tube and microchips. And then finally, stage 3 should have been the actual Claytronic. So by building it in those stages, I get enough of a buffer of time so that the basic resources can fill up to then feed into the intermediate resources to then feed into the final product. The issue that we're having here... no, I disabled the auto buy for that. But let me double check the auto buy. Yeah, he will create buy offers until the stock reaches this amount. Which I didn't want him to buy, because he should be able to produce enough. But the thing is, with the silicon wafer specifically, the station currently produces enough silicon wafers to just sustain production. Silicon you're talking about? Yeah, he is still buying that. Oh god, no wonder. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah, he was buying silicon. God damn it. Scree. But yeah. The silicon wafer production should barely have enough to produce what's required, but it will not produce any excess. So at its maximum production, it will produce 2,400 an hour. Two microchip factories require 2,400 an hour. So it's not going to make or break anymore, but I need to have that buffer of 2,400 silicon wafers, or you get this issue here where it's saying, I don't have enough resources for this. So I am going to have to do something about that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy some silicon wafers, just get 2,400 of them, give it to the station, and then I'll have my buffer. And it should be fine. As long as the silicon that they're bringing in stays over the 4,800 an hour mark, which, I mean, the miners should be more than capable of that. Let me take a look here and check out those miners and see what their major malfunction is. That's the gas miner, gas miner, gas miner. Okay, all the actual proper miners are over here. So, yeah. How are you being this slow in your mining? Let me check something here quickly. Yeah, you have the mining drill, but your actual, like... What is your current orders? So he's currently mining resources. Silicon, which is what he's supposed to be doing. I can't edit it at all, which is annoying, but hey, it is what it is. The main issue being that they're taking a lot of time. Yeah, 4,230 and 4,260. They don't appear to actually be doing any mining, which is concerning, to say the least. Because they have enough volume, and they should be able to provide the resources required, but for whatever reason, it's like their mining script isn't functioning. Like, if I tell my NVIDIA miners to mine, they will do it, and they fill up relatively quickly. There we go, so it just doubled. So, I guess it's a matter of their storage increases by a lump sum for a period of time? Question mark, question mark? Yeah, that's why I'm saying it would be worth buying and putting the 2,400 silicon wafers in there to create the buffer so that it stops complaining that, hey, we're low on resources. I think I got a bunch of gas and ore miners. I'm probably going to need a couple more as well here. But, yeah, let me go ahead and purchase another M-class transport here just so I can do that, because I don't have enough right now. Yeah, we'll get the Vulture Vanguard, my usual mainstay for that. Get a couple MK2 shields. Go for the bolt turret, I guess, on the back. Consumables are fine. Get the captain, and I'll give you a couple of service crew. Good enough. I'll just get one of you for now. Have the station do the buy offer rather than doing it myself. I could, I suppose, but I need another trade ship anyway. And frankly, considering how long it sometimes takes, I'd rather not. I want to buy at a good price, basically. I want to buy cheap so I don't have to spend a lot of money. Even though I can tell them to buy at relatively cheap price, that doesn't mean that anyone's going to sell to me at that cheap price. There's a lot more activity in this sector than there once was. Holy crap. Holy crap, the Argon economy. Actually, that's Holy Order of the Paranid, I believe. The hop freighters here. There's multiple hop super freighters currently running around. And actually, this patrol battleship Avenger is taking some damage, apparently. I guess they're fighting against the Holy Order of the Paranid? Yeah, there seems to be like a huge battle going on in here or something. There's several... Like, the Argon have a massive fleet here, apparently. God damn. While I'm at it, let's take a look at the wharf here and see how things are doing. Ah, they finished apparently. They already finished the maintenance bay, which actually makes me wonder, can I do the thing now that the maintenance bay is functional? Where am I right now? Oh, you took me to the right location. Okay. I guess that ship that harassed my crew is up there now.
Autopilot engaged.
You know what, he was a dinky little fighter. I'm not gonna screw with him. But what I am gonna do is quickly teleport over to here. I'm pretty sure, we'll try and go to the manufacturing bay, but I'm pretty sure I need the fabrication bay for this. But let's find out. Let's go to the workshop. Advanced shield generator coil. Ooh. I can make a couple of those. I can actually make one very good shield generator, apparently. Let's try here. Can I not craft you, for whatever reason? Oh, apparently I have to use this. So I can only make 2 of those, the issue there. Yeah, because it's 3. Yeah, that would be why. I can almost make enough advanced ship nanoweave. No, not so much. Still, I'll do it anyway. Spacesuit bombs, spacesuit EMPs. How many advanced... Well, I can see down here. So I have 2 out of 3 advanced shield generators. I would still also need a flux capacitor that I do not have right now. I have 2 out of 3 for the weapon chamber, but I need another AGI heuristic 4, which I can get from the Xenon. At which point I'll be able to make 1 exceptional weapon chamber mod, which would be quite nice. Because if I could throw one of those onto my ship, ooh, that would be nice. But yeah, as it turns out, just like I thought, I need the ship fabrication bay in order to do this. Oh, are you here now? Does that mean you have finished your task? You have, haven't you? Oh, you delightful sausage, you. Alright. That being the case, I would like you to go buy some hull parts. Actually, you know what?
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Good for you. Buy 15,000 hull parts. Deliver to build storage. 15,000 hull parts. Actually, you know what? Deliver 10,000 hull parts to the build storage. And give the main building 5,000. Who is getting harassed now? Vulture Vanguard 5. Not sure who harassed you, but I mean... Shrug? Probably find out. Profit Center Alpha. Another pillager minotaur. God damn it. They are literally popping up everywhere. Where is that little punk? There he is. And he just vanished off my radar. I would send my rattlesnake to attack that, but every time I try, they just get punished for harassing a non-hostile ship. Because once he goes back to neutral, yeah, we get slapped for that. As annoying as it is. Okay. So he's chilling here now. I won't be able to do much with you until the fabrication bay is done, which is going to take 23 minutes, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that. But once that's done, looks like we'll be working on the basic energy cell production. A couple more connected structures, the superfluid, silicon wafers, all the basic things that we basically need. And we should be good to start from there. Now, let me take a look at the logistical overview here. So I'm going to need ore, I'm going to need ice, and I'm going to need silicon, all of which are in the area. Hydrogen, helium, and methane are a bit further away, but yeah, we're going to need... I'm going to be providing a lot more ships for this station to provide those resources, because we will need a lot of them to supply the demand here. And considering how problematic they are at providing my other station with the resources that it needs, yeah. I mean, this dropped down by 500,000 now, which is good. I'm still in a consistent, loss, though, of funds. But, you know, at least it's making progress. It's trying its best. Right, where is my new trade ship? I want my new trade ship. There you are. I would like you fine sir, to find me some cheap silicon wafers, thank you. 5,450. 7,000. 10,000. Now we're talking cheap Platron, or cheap silicon wafers. Right. Go ahead and buy... Oh, looks like we're not going to be able to get enough for this. Never mind then. I guess I will have to do that. Unless I want to do it in stages, which I suppose I could do. Trade wares... That's a little over 1,000. $18. And one last time. Hopefully he will not have issues in doing that. And that brings me a little bit close to the mark. So almost... Actually, yeah, that does bring me over enough. Perfect. Good. Have at her. And once you're done with that, I will give you new orders. Now, how are my... Good, they're already done. Excellent. Yeah, 2,100 for that. I would like to... Right now it's set to automatic pricing. I kind of want to change that, so that we're always selling it for a good amount, but I don't want them to completely... I don't want them to not buy it because it's always a high price, but at the same time, the amount of stations that they're buying all the time should somewhat make that worth it. Honestly, I could just build, say, a Claytronics factory somewhere that has the components required, and then just hopefully give it a couple of station traders and it would do its thing. But, I just like building self-sufficient stations, honestly. It might not necessarily be the most efficient thing, because again, we've had nothing but a bit of issues for the past while here trying to get that to produce like it should be. But, that's the one thing I've always liked to do, is create those large self-sufficient stations. So, yeah. And honestly, when I was looking around the universe before, there just wasn't enough... Maybe it's just because there's not enough conflict, but there's just not enough places that I can really move in and alter the economy, per se. There's not enough stations getting destroyed. Then once you're done... No, not that one. $7,000. $8,000. Did I buy all the hull ports that that one had? Apparently. All, please. Thank you. There we go. Or just 2 million, really. And then with that, transfer all of that with the build storage, and that should get me quite a bit of what I need for the hull components. Excellent. Alright, that should be fine. What else do I want to do? Let's see about doing an actual mission here, I suppose. Yeah, end of oppression. That's going to take way too damn long. I could also talk to him about the Paranid mission as well. The False God Realm and the Heretic Order, they affectionately call each other. Turns out that by not choosing a side, you might have created the opportunity for both of us to make history. Come and find me at the headquarters. I guess we'll start on that. Might as well. I mean, I'm already basically here, so I might as well go talk to him and see about starting that plot line as well. Because, hey, what could we always use more of? Chaos. Glorious, glorious chaos. So, yeah. While I'm here, let me go ahead and access this lovely safe storage and start depositing all of these. So yeah, actually, I could, if I get one more exceptional weapon component, I could potentially get that, or no, so not advanced weapon component. I might be able to actually get the exceptional one, which would be nice. Right, let's chat.
How's it going?
The Paranid Civil War. You mentioned the Paranid.
Actually, they mentioned you. We're
well
only a
then.
few jumps away from Paranid space, and this station's comms module is unlike anything I've come across.
I believe I already mentioned several times that this outpost was abandoned by the Terrans.
Uh-huh.
A civilization so unfathomably advanced and ingenious that they managed to nearly wipe themselves out on multiple occasions. It is
Jesus.
paramount that we explore its integrated functions carefully, delicately, and most of all, cautiously.
Naturally, I had to put its capabilities to the test. As it turns out, the God Realm and the Holy Order frequently and openly accuse one another of corrupting each other's citizens. However, they're surprisingly reluctant to condemn independent individuals, much less those who simply want the best of both worlds. If you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Get to the point.
What I'm getting at is this. There's more to this whole Civil War thing than meets the eye. For whatever reason, those Paranids don't seem to view you as an intruder. And that, my friend, is an opportunity if I've ever seen one. Of course, those uptight zealots might change their mind once you start snooping around. Hopefully we can mitigate that risk by knowing where to stick our noses and where not to stick them from the start. Luckily, I have an informant who might be able to point us in the right direction.
Alright. Who is he?
An old, and I do mean old, acquaintance of mine. Knowing her, she's probably been enjoying a grandstand view of this war since it started. You'll be hard-pressed to find anyone who knows quite as much as she does about that unpleasant situation.
Okay.
Head over to Napilio's Fortune. It's only one system away. There's an old meeting point under the highway where we used to trade gossip about the local syndicates. Don't be put off by her unconventional demeanor. She's not exactly quick to trust people, but once you pass muster, she'll be your most dependable ally.
Other than?
Other than me, of course.
Yes, just keep patting yourself on the back, why don't you, Dal? But yeah, also I do still have 2 additional miners sitting in, what was it? Let me scroll up here. 18 billion here that I'll probably remove once the basic sections of the station get operational. And I'll be able to get them producing. Or, producing for this station, I should say. Oh, what am I doing? My ship's not docked. I need to go warp to it. Or teleport to it. I was about to say, I really hope my ship didn't run off on its own because I forgot to tell it to cancel its orders. Luckily, it didn't do that. Which, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't run off. Knowing them, they usually would have. But luckily, because I didn't get inside another ship, I guess they decided to not just F off somewhere. But I would think that typically a station would almost count in a similar manner, but I guess I got lucky. There's a lockbox behind me, but I don't care. Yeah, I find it hard to care about those lockboxes for some reason. Just, Honestly, it's funny, too, because I need actual, like, basic weapon components. That would get me, potentially, basic weapon components, but every time I see one, I'm just like, I can't be bothered to stop.
Entering system. Nobilia's Fortune.
To the superhighway! And away we go. We must find a bridge in space, apparently. But yeah, once that trader's done, I think I might have him trade in 18 billion to get my ministry wrap up.
Entering Nobilia's Fortune. 2.
Yeehaw! Slide along now, slide along. I am not sliding in the direction that I want, but that's fine. Everything is fine. Let me guess, you want me to go to the... Oh, I actually thought you wanted me to go all the way to the end, but apparently not quite that far. Which is a good thing, in all honesty. Alright, let's slam on the space brakes for a second there. Onwards to the rendezvous point. Let me try slowing down before I eject this time. That might make the difference.
You're nearing the meeting point. Remember, it's right below the highway. Now, where's that informant got to?
Uh-huh. Hey, Dal, where's your pal? Ah, there we go. A Nova Sentinel. Shiny.
Nova. Sentinel.
Duke's Buccaneers, you say? I think this is the first time I've heard of that. Let's go take a look.
You seem to have found something.
Yes, I have.
The ship ID checks out, but something seems to be off.
It's abandoned.
Well, how droll. He sent me one of his lackeys. Come a little closer, lackey, and we'll have a chat.
Hey there, Gride. Why do you always choose such creepy places to meet?
This is
Let
actually
me
a bandit
answer
ship.
your question with another question, my dear. How far would you be willing to be sure that your allies were up to scratch?
What the? She started a self-destruct sequence. You'll have to abort the sequence manually, or get out of there quickly.
Greetings.
Dragon.
Whatever it is that you're doing, get on with it. It's gonna blow.
Nova. Sentinel.
Uh-oh.
The self-destruct sequence was just a diversion. Hostile drones approaching fast.
And since we're having such a nice, confidential chat, how much would you be willing to sacrifice in order to defeat your worst enemies and understand your true purpose?
I'm gonna burn this thing out of here for a second and deal with that.
Dragon.
Prepare to die.
Defense drone. Defense drone. Defense drone.
Ow, that hurts.
Hull damaged.
Yes, I know. Thank you for letting me know.
Defense drone. Defense drone.
And hey, my turrets are actually defending me a little bit for once.
Automated piles of junk. Stop playing games, Gray.
Or I will
If you
engage
had
you.
riches, power, respect, what would it take for you to give them all up?
Watch out! There are more of them.
How curious. It appears these drugs have been tinkered with.
Defense drone.
Someone really likes their explosives. Better keep your distance.
Lovely. Suicide drones. My
Defense drone.
favorite.
Oh, come on. That's enough. My friend here doesn't deserve this kind of treatment.
Well, at least your friend seems reasonably competent. Competent enough to run a small errand for me. I seem to remember you came here to ask questions about the Pyramid. I'll answer 2 questions of yours. We'll call it an advanced payment. Choose
Okay.
your questions wisely.
Alright. What drives the Pyramid?
Someone looking at it from the outside could easily come to the conclusion that civil war is a natural state for the Pyramid society. It almost seems like some sort of expression of their psyche, always questioning and challenging one another's beliefs. Nothing could be further from the truth, however. What they so desperately
That is a
want
sexy
to
ship, I
resolve
want
is what to them is an almost tangible geometric impossibility. Namely, there being 2 pontifices. The situation is utterly strange, tearing at their stoic demeanor and rending their perception of their own culture. It's an aberration in history that needs to be erased at all costs.
What will this war achieve?
To an outsider, it might seem as though this war has just been going back and forth with no prospect of a resolution. That's not an entirely inaccurate assessment, but it's not the whole picture. It's no accident that the military supplies for this conflict have become one of the safest investments at the end of this gate network. You see, the 2 factions aren't really fighting over territory or resources. In the minds of their leaders, elimination of their opponents would actually be a tragic outcome. That's because they're fighting for the hearts and minds of their people. If one pontifex backs down, even just a little, he'd be sacrificing his legitimacy. I imagine they must be quite desperate for an outside solution by now. All this interrogation is making me dreadfully tired. I'll get your answers eventually, don't you worry.
I think I got the two
about that
important
little
ones.
errand I mentioned. You should receive your instructions right about now.
Find an old stash of explosives. Where do you want me to go? Huh. Good question. Where the hell did I leave that ship? Excuse me.
No.
Awaiting orders.
Well, I mostly want you to prepare yourself, but next best thing, I would like you to get out of here for a second. Go there. And actually, where do I have a spare dragon? I should still have a spare dragon, or did I sell them all? I might have sold them all. That's unfortunate. I should probably go. Rammed into the edge there. Hold on. Stop now. There we go. That was most unfortunate.
Damage is getting serious.
Really?
Autopilot. Engaged.
$2,000. What the hell is a Xenon K doing in $2,000? Oh god, there's two of them in there. Well, that's unfortunate. Because that's the main way we get out of that sector. That is very unfortunate. I'm gonna have to deal with that.
Fortune. 6.
Fuck.
Entering system. Ice mists.
Awaiting orders.
This is very annoying. Go there. How did they get through? They jumped through the fire's defeat, didn't they? They did too. That is 50 shades of annoying. Right, let's dock you somewhere so I can get you a bloody captain and I can go deal with this lovely shade of Arg. I mean, again, this game drives me fucking crazy at times in that, I mean, let's say, you know, let's throw this game in a, let's take it out of the game for a second there and throw it in a realistic picture. As a pilot of a trade ship, if you saw a gigantic Xenon destroyer off in the distance, would you fly towards it to get to your objective? Or would you think, I should probably fly around this,
Docking
thing that could kill me in an instant, rather than going within its weapon range? I'm pretty sure you would think, you know what? Going near this ship seems like a really stupid idea. I should not do that. At least I would hope you would think that. But yeah, it's
Successfully docked.
something that really pisses me off in this game is that they just, again, friendly AI does not have survival instinct at all. They will go right next to enemy, hostile ships, rather than try and avoid them immediately, causing their very, very quick demise. And to the point where there's literally nothing I can do to prevent that from happening. I've wasted so much money in ships because of stupidity like that. And there's no setting that I could do to prevent them from getting that close to enemy combat ships or something like that. If an enemy ship is on an intercept vector for one of my ships, if I was flying that thing, I would turn the F around and go dock at the nearest station and huddle there until they left. Rather than just fly nonchalantly along eating a sandwich and suddenly like, I'm under attack! Oh god, there goes my shields! Oh god, my hull! Oh god, I'm dead. So goddamn frustrating. 90% of my freighters has been lost because of bullshit like
Greetings.
that. And it kills me inside. Every freaking time.
I am most grateful. I will do my very best.
I'm sure you are. I really don't care right now. How hard is it to actually pilot a thing in 3D space? Apparently very freaking hard. I mean, it's somewhat understandable in that they were outside of a gate, so you could have easily come through that gate and then be like, oh no, hostile, and you're dead. But if you're going towards them, which I've seen happen many, many times, no, I'm not going for that stash right now.
Orders.
I just wanted to get a pilot for this ship so I could go F off on my own ship.
Dragon. Entering system. Nopalia's fortune.
I'm pretty sure I told you to do something and you didn't do it, which... Am I surprised by that? I'm really not. Alright. And now they're over here. Grr.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Shit.
Entering system. IS mists.
I want my rattlesnake to go through here, but at the same time I know that last time there was a K sitting right freaking there, and I would rather not deal with that right now. But yeah, I'm ignoring the old stash of explosive right now, because I want to deal with those 2 Ks currently flying around my space. Because, yeah, that's kind of a problem. That's kind of a big problem. Because they're going to easily, again, my trade ships, which are in that area, are going to fly directly into the Ks and get blown up because they're stupid like that. Oh, the 3D space comment was a while ago, and I was thinking how hard it would be IRL for the average person. I imagine it could be. It depends on, a lot of things, I imagine. But I could see it being quite disorienting, to say the least.
Entering system. Unholy
You would have to have
retribution.
some very accurate instruments to prevent that from being just a, complete mindfuck, per se.
Entering system.
We're at least
Trinity
earning a little
Sanctum.
bit of money. We're still not earning a lot of money, but we're earning some money there. I mean, this thing's earning me far more money than that Claytronics fac is right now.
Entering system. Bright promise.
So yeah, I don't know what else I can do for that. Clearly the station calculator isn't quite giving me even remotely accurate estimations of profit, if that's the case. That or I'm still just screwing up the design for that. How are we doing on this? Oh, good, it's done.
Autopilot disengaged.
Give me a second here, my friend. I want to see if I can quickly. I can. Be right back. If the average person
Entering
had
system.
a spaceship
Grand
as a daily
exchange.
driver piloted around much of the modern day automobile, yeah, that would be very. I imagine they're like if you look at the stations in this game, they're set up in such a way that we have distinct lanes of traffic per se that they follow. So there would have to be something along those lines, I imagine. Now, where the hell? Here we go, workbench, I guess is what I'm looking for. Not quite, though. Maybe I have to. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's try this then, maybe.
Can I help? Confirm.
That did the job. Okay. Getting 22 FPS on the map screen, possibly because there's just too much shit going on there. There we go.
Great, can I help?
Analyze ship. The Chimera.
Affirmative.
So how long is that going to take now? If I go to my build routine here, so yeah, it's going to take 3.4 hours to analyze the Chimera and get the blueprint for it. There's some issues with object calling. Possibly, yes. Yeah, it's definitely dropping down to 20 frames with that. So let's take a look here and see what I need to build a couple of these guys using the... So we don't have the available equipment for that. We got actually MK3 thrusters, which is good. We got the MK3 shield. We've got the MK2 thermal disintegrators. Software, again, I can give it whatever software I want. Pilot. We don't really have a service crew, I don't think. There will not be enough workforce on the station to supply a full crew for the selected ship. So, it is mandatory though, so I don't have a choice but to do it. But yeah. So that's going to cost me, one of these is going to cost me 161 automatic converters, 381 engine parts, a couple of field coil, shield components, web components. All of which I shouldn't be... It's more like 3.7 hours. Yeah. 3 hours and 44 minutes. Yep. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, 3 hours and 44 minutes in order to research that. The Dragon would take 7 hours, but considering how much time we tend to spend anyway, it should be fine. Let's go ahead and build like 6 of these if we can. So obviously the engine parts required is relatively excessive here, but I can trade from my other FAC and bring some here. As for the rest, well, we'll see. Maybe they'll buy some, maybe they won't, but hey, whatever. Anyway, let's get out of here. Dragon Alpha. Teleport.
Entering
Excuse me.
system. Right promise.
Let's go. Let's figure out where the hell those caves are at. Last I saw, they were going into Family to Cur. Oh, looks like they're getting smacked right now by the local rattlesnakes. But maybe we'll also weaken 451 again. Looks like we have quite a few Xenon raiding parties coming through in a second here. Oh, let's see. They're already probably building up, aren't they? Because I know how much they love to build up in this sector. Is it even worth dealing with this time? It's debatable. That is debatable. Right, let's take a quick glance at the other station and see how it's
Entering
doing.
system. Yanamus Zura.
The basic resource production is, as always, yeah, problematic. So that's probably the biggest issue we're facing, is that they can't provide enough resources. The ship's basic amount of ships that I have is not enough right now to provide what we need. How are we doing on Claytronics, though? We're up to almost 1,000 Claytronics, which is good money right there. Real good money, honestly. The main problem being nobody's buying the damn Claytronics. They are set to automatic sell price. Huh. No restriction right now. So yeah. 960. If I manually... Actually, how are we doing on a silicon wafer? So yeah. Looks like he did transfer quite a bit of that already. Let's go take a look at that trader quickly. Probably just made a run there. Yeah, looks like he's done actually. Okay, good. You know what? I want you to transfer wares. Go ahead and take 425 Claytronics, since no one's coming to buy it. And I want you to go ahead and sell them. And then go ahead and grab another 400. And again, go ahead and sell them for almost $1 million. So that'll get me almost 2 million worth, which isn't too bad. I wish the station would be selling that without me having to manually interfere, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully that'll change soon. Because right now, the amount of profit that I'm making off of this Claytronics factory is nowhere near what I am for the engine part fac. Which is unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? Other than that, I should almost give them a couple more gas miners, because clearly they need, you know, double, what the hell, 2 for every single resource or something along those lines.
Awaiting orders.
Again, they're not being very efficient in how they do their mining. And it's taking them a long time out of sector to properly fill their cargo, bring it in, and, you know, trade it with the station. I wish I had more control over that, but I just freaking don't necessarily. I might be able to manually go into their... You know what, let me actually steal one of the... let me take one of the miners here and see if I can do what I'm thinking of doing here. Take the gas miner here. I want you to go here, please. Okay. trade restrictions. Okay, so I have to make a new trade restriction. Let me go into this and see about if this will work. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to have a one sector mine of a specific resource with a trade restriction to only sell to my stations. That might do the job, but the problem being I might have to double this up by creating a station trade restriction, which actually we have one here, station supply. Only my property may trade. Station trades. Let's go ahead and add... Yeah, trade rule 2. Station trades and station supply. Yeah, that's me. Only my property may trade. The one thing I wonder, though, is... block access by other factions or your own ships to your trade offers. Maybe that's what's been screwing it over. Allowed factions, no. That's the default station supply. Okay. Alright. Where is that guy that I sent over here? He should be on the way now. Apparently he's already on the highway somewhere.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, did he get there already?
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Yeah. You've been asked to do that many times. Yeah, he's already there. Okay. Right, let's try this out then. I want you to sector auto mine. So I can't get you to sector auto mine?
Awaiting orders.
Oh, because it was all the way up here for some damn reason. Anchor space is wholly visioned, yes. However...
You are surplus to requirements.
Awaiting orders.
That's the blacklists, but how the frack do I... How do I get you to do this properly? I can't, apparently. Why can't I? Why can I not do this? Trade rules, but not trade restrictions. It's not a blacklist. Unless... My faction is not on here. Let's go with that, maybe. Does that make a difference to the trade restrictions? New blacklist. No, I am still not a part of that. So no, I cannot just set them up as an auto trader in the sector, or as an auto miner for a specific resource and have them only sell that resource to my station. At least I can't seem to do that properly. I guess the only damn thing I can do is give them another 2 gas miners and hope that they do their job. Or at least that they... Because right now what they're doing is one good gets low. So they're all going... All of them are going to mine that one resource. And then they're all bringing back that one resource. And then another one's empty, and then so on and so forth. I can't spread them out. Because I don't have that kind of control over it. And that aggravates me so much. Because a game like this, for something like systems like this, you really should have a fine control, but I don't have it. So yeah, what I'm gonna have to do is just give them more damn gas miners. That's all I can do. That's literally all I can do is give them more gas miners and hope that they do the job that they're supposed to be doing. Because right now, helium has been supplied in a decent amount. Nothing else has. So they're, number one, very damn slow in their mining. And number two, they're not properly spreading out to get all the resources it needs, thus being... you know, doing their job very poorly, per se.
I will reduce you to nuts and bolts.
Can't believe how much money I've wasted on this station only to have it not do what I want. That's mildly aggravating. Right. Sending 2 more miners to do that job. At this point, for my big station, I'm honestly considering... Let me actually... I think I still have that calculator properly open here, too. Yeah, like how many basic resources are we going to need? And this is per hour, too. So, we're going to need 11,000 ore, 9,600 silicon, 9,600 ice, 9,600 methane and hydrogen, and 4,800 helium. Are they going to be able to provide that, considering what we're seeing now? I don't know. I'm starting to think no, not so much. So, yeah. Let me check my property here quickly, because I know that I do have... Are you just docked there, or are you actually doing something in the area? I think you are. Rand Exchange 3. Mineral Vanguard. So we have 3 mineral miners just kind of sitting here right now. Probably for ore, ice, and silicon. But again, as we've seen, we're going to need a lot more than that. So... what am I thinking? Also, why the hell... Somehow my workforce decreased, which is weird. And something tells me as well, once I get the actual state, like the main station here produced, the actual expenses, like, if I remove the whole miners are providing basic resources thing, the amount of expenses per hour, and let me even crank the resource price up a lot, per se, should only be like 3.6 million, according to this at least. But that's obviously inaccurate, considering that, again, even if my Claytronic station is not supplying its own resources, considering roughly average prices, even if I crank up, the prices up to like 90%, our expenses should only be up to, less than 2 million, and yet the station is saying that its required expense budget is 7 million. So I'm very confused where it's getting this number. Honestly, I don't seem to understand the system enough, and that bothers me. Okay. Well, very soon we're going to need to start mining all of these resources. Again, we've noticed that this is not going to be enough, so yeah, let us go ahead and... I don't want to sell any ships. I wish to buy some ships. It's almost worth it to get some, no. It's almost worth it to, what's the word? Mining drill MK1, turrets. You know what? You should be fine. So I'll just give you 2 mining turrets. You should be good with that. Software. Let's raise that up because it's supposed to make a difference. Crew, I'll leave that as is, but I'll give you like one service crew at least. Okay. Excuse me. So we'll get 3 of those. Gas miner. So we've got only 3 resources that this one's going to need. So helium, hydrogen, and methane. But we still need quite a few of them, so I'm bare minimum going to get double. If not more than that, to be completely honest. You don't actually require any turrets to do your job, so I'll just give you 1. Screw it, I'll give you the trading software as well. A captain and 1 crew. Add to shopping list. And you know what? Considering I want them to keep the resources up and I don't want them screwing around, I'm going to go with 8. We're going to create 8 of those. Do I want to increase that even further, though? Because, again, we need 9,600 an hour. And I really don't want them screwing around. Especially considering the amount of ore that we need. Alright, have yourself a good one, Stick. Prospective employer within the next 3 minutes. Ooh, good luck, good sir. Good luck on that. So, yeah, you know what? We're going to crank that up to 10. I'm going all out on this one. I'm going to crank this up to 5, and hopefully that'll be enough. That's going to set me back another 11 million, but I really hope it's going to pay out in the end. But I need these guys to provide the damn resources that we need. I can't keep having them screw around like they are right now. So, yeah. Everything else in here, though, that is done and ready in Profit Center Alpha. No, I'm not going to turn you into a defensive fleet. However... no, please. I am going to have you go dock with the station now. Get over there, go dock, relax, and I will deal with you later. We also still, again, have 2 silicon miners that are currently hanging out in the... Well, I kind of want to leave them there, though, but they are only trading with the... They're only trading with the... No, the Talati stations around here. The Ministry stations are the shipyard and the wharf. Which, let's put engine parts on there. Yeah. What is my Megatrans doing right now? Yeah, you're still doing quite a few orders. Well, where are you on those orders right now? You're in Grand Exchange 1. You're getting there. You're getting there slowly. You actually don't have... Did I not give you... Hold on a second. Like, do you not have any service crew? Holy shit. How did I fail to give you service crew? Well, that was not smart of me. That was not smart of me at all. Alright then. Okay. What do I want to do with you? Once all is said and done, if you've finished all that up, head up here and get yourself some service crew. Like, you know, a decent amount of service crew here. I'll give you 100 actually. Or no, 80 should be fine. That's plenty. That is definitely plenty. Because it's not like they're going to attempt to... Actually, considering my current funds, it might be a bit too much. But, it's fine. Do I want to risk it sending it all the way over here, though? I don't think so. Not right now, at least. Yeah, I'll save up on that for now, but yeah. Because I kind of want to send the Mega Transport to go grab some, engine components. But, at the same time, that would be a bit too much of a pain in the ass to do right now. And actually, what is the current progress on this build here? So the first energy cell production is done. Second energy cell production is going up now. I will... Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want you to store too much. However, so help me, if you dare to buy any energy cells, I wonder if I should create a buy offer on, because it's gonna, the moment that it actually constructs one of these stations, it's going to create a buy offer. So maybe I should get on that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that right now. I'm just going to straight up tell you, no, do not buy any of those. Basic resources will be provided by our stations.
Orders.
Actually, I wonder if I tell them to mine for the station now, will they provide the resources? Or honestly, one thing I can do, which I think I will do, is when they get there, I'm just going to tell them to go mine it individually, and I'll manually control them for now. As a matter of fact...
Awaiting orders.
Who's calling me? Oh, you. I'm like, who keeps pestering me, damn it? Something dark side. Okay. Come over here. Transfer wares. Mine. Silicon. That's the Chimera. Docked ships. Okay. Go ahead and mine some ore. You go ahead and mine some ice. And considering that ore is the one in most demand right now, go ahead and mine more ore. Gas miner. I'm going to have to send you elsewhere because I'm pretty sure all the gas is required. No, actually, we do have hydrogen. Yeah, we do have hydrogen here. So I'll have you mine that here. As for the other resources, where were they? Methane and helium are here. Helium is definitely in a much smaller amount, to say the least. But hey, I will manually have those ships do that for now. And then once the basic resource or basic modules are constructed, I'll be able to reassign them just as proper crew for that. Or proper miners. But will they be able to do that properly? Who knows? We'll find out. We will find out. Let's go see about harassing some Xenon. I haven't done that in a while. And again, after sacrificing 2 L-class ships, I would really rather they not take this
Entering
power.
system.
Oh, hi.
Matrix number 451.
You're just kind of chilling here, aren't you?
N P.
Yeah, let's deal with this here first. Kind of the most important of them. And he's just gonna stand there and take it, apparently. Great! Just how I like it. Unfortunately, I'm taking a lot of concentrated fire.
N.
So I'd really rather you die. Ah, the good old glass cannon dragon.
M.
Xenon weapons, they don't play around. They really don't. Which is why I'm not trying to create tanky ships. I'm trying to create glass cannons that are able to, hopefully in mass, outdamage them. Because, hey, if you can't beat them in quality, beat them in quantity.
Hull damaged.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. Thank you. My hull's been getting damaged since I engaged in this battle. And these are only light fighters, and well, the P is more of a heavy fighter, but still. Wow, you just took right off, didn't you?
P.
Alright, where's the, oh, there it is. Oh god, it's right next to me. Oh god, it is blasting my ass. Don't let its frontal guns point towards you. 'Cause that hurts. Ow. Yeah, it has 2 turrets as well as several frontal guns. Which are relatively painful. Hey, leave that thing alone. It's trying to build civilization in its territory.
M.
The one thing I wonder as well is I did establish did have that Playtronic station build defenses, but considering that I still have 300,000 in my budget for that, I don't think they have properly... what the hell? I don't think they've actually started building them, so I'm not sure if I need to screw around with that any. Give me a second here. Let me get up here.
Hello.
Good. Collect drops, please. There's a lot of drops to collect. We got tuning software, magic lit, high energy catalysts, basic ship nano weave, interface units, security decryption software, tuning software. Excellent. So, collecting drops. Please do. Iridium crystalline oxide, high energy catalysts. Yeah, quite a few. Quite a few bits and bobs. So hopefully you will properly collect all that for me so I can sit around, be lazy, and do other things. If we have anything super hostile showing up, though, I'm going to have to change those plans. But I also do need to drop a satellite, like a heavy satellite over here. Because that's where the frickin' Xenon I and Ks were hanging out. And yeah. I don't want to have to deal with that. Right. Property. Let's check on my... I figured you guys would be done right about now. And actually, one thing that I need to do, which I haven't done... I'll have my small guy, or my medium class miners do that, though. Since they are much faster. But some of the research that I need to do requires Navidium, and I haven't actually given the main HQ any Navidium yet, so I need to get on that. Okay. Mine Navidium. So you two... For the low price of you're getting absolutely no money this round, give your Navidium... I don't think it really needs this much, but I'll give it a batch just because I can. Go ahead and give him your Navidium, and then come back and mine more as always. As always. But yeah, some of the research does require it, so we will have them deposit that. What the heck?
Dragon.
Dropped unit collected. Looks like we got some explosions going on in here. All the ships are starting to self-destruct a little bit. Ooh, the heuristics core. I need one of those. And then I just need enough of the basic... Yeah, all the hulls are detonating. What is that? Oh, that's my ship command to harvest in this area. Okay, I see. Oh, hello there, Branch Destroyer K. You appear mildly vulnerable, good sir. I'm just going to create a guidance to you so I can deal with you here soon. And let me actually call in the Red Knight, because I want him to deal with this. I don't use him at all, and I want him to deal with this. Which one is waiting orders?
Awaiting orders.
Oh, the mineral miners. Grand Exchange 1.
Awaiting orders.
Ah, I see. Wait, are you full or are you screwing around? Huh. Why do you have... I ordered you to mine, not to fill up your hole with 30 ore and then say you're good. You, on the other hand, you got a full... You go ahead and transfer. And again, it sucks that I currently have to do this manually, but at least that way I can guarantee they're actually going to freaking do something rather than just piss me off. Grant exchange 1, you're full. Trade with the ware storage, that's ore. Confirm. Trade wares. Ice. Mine ice. Mine ore. I think the other guy was supposed to be mining silicon, but apparently he's not. So yeah. What's wrong with you? You're doing your job. You shouldn't be having issues. Profit Center Alpha. So these are the guys that need to get to work. So mine methane. Mine methane. No storage of the correct type. Helium. Helium. Profit Center Alpha. Helium. Mine. Methane. Since these ones are farther away, I'll have them work on this first. Helium. Mine. Methane. And then the last two can go ahead and mine hydrogen here. Mine hydrogen. Now, I should also have the mineral vanguards chilling there now. So, go ahead and mine ice. I will have you mine, because I don't have enough people mining this. Go ahead and mine silicon. You as well, mine silicon. The last two, because again, ore is kind of ridiculous, I will have you mine ore. Okay. Now I have a whole lot of ships manually mining. 18% of the way done in analyzing the Chimera. We haven't, as of yet, produced either any of the Balors, obviously, because we don't have enough of the resources there for that. I could get the Megatrans working on that, maybe.
Awaiting orders.
Let's take a look at the plan build here, though, and see how we're doing. So we still have enough resources to keep going on this, so we're not seeing a pause in the station building, which is good, because that would suck. But yeah, we still need... Oh, goddamn, they actually collected it. Holy shit. I mean, I know a lot of that was me providing it, but the fact that we've already gathered almost all the materials that we needed... Goddamn. I mean, we needed 75,000 hull parts. And I think, how many, like, Claytronics did we gather already? Yeah, 13,000 Claytronics, and we've, like, the energy cells, they're energy cells, whatever. We produce a shit ton of that. That doesn't matter. But Claytronics, on the other hand, that's a whole nother thing. Not to mention the turret components and all that. Well, turret components we're still low on, but, you know, the fact that we've managed to get this many resources basically means I could probably already get through easily the first and second stage of construction without issue. Alright, you're done. Thank you
Hello.
for your fine work.
M. M.
Where you at, punk?
Container.
video crystal.
P.
Okay. Oh, there he goes. Where's my target? Where's my target? Let's go deal with him. Oh god, he's 150 kilometers. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was. But he is actually right next to the branch eye, though. That I'm not as much of a fan of. So yeah, let's head to the gate then and drop, do I still have an advance? I think I bought some new, I did buy some new ones, good. And I can see they have a new station up there as well, and I'm not too happy about that. Let me go take a look and see if it's a defense station. They've already constructed it too. So, as far as I was aware, we completely wiped out all stations, but as is per the Xenon effort, they came back with a massive fleet and wiped out everything in the sector and rebuilt. And they rebuilt in a hurry at that. Oh, God.
Advanced K.
Did they rebuild?
ZM. Xenon Defense Platform.
Of course it's a defense platform. Yeah, that's... Yeah. That is what I call a capital F. Get out of here.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, this sector is no longer Talati, is it? I didn't think so. Well, the Xenon have once more taken over.
Awaiting orders.
Let's go ahead and deploy another lovely advanced SAT over here so that I will have a perfect view of this gate and everything around it.
Jump gate. Family took her.
Considering that there is still 2 Ks and an I guarding this gate, so... F. All the F.
I.
That's annoying. The production rate of the Xenon is definitely incredibly aggravating. Unfortunately, there's not a damn thing I can do about it, really. I already tried, we did what we could, we wiped them out from this sector, and unfortunately, the Talati, who were trying to move in and take control of the sector, did a very shit job of it. So the AI does not make the smartest decisions. If it was me, I would have parked a massive fleet on any gate that the Xenon could have come back through and just blown them to shit if they did. That would have prevented them from, like, basically park them all on this gate right here. So that if anything warped through, it would start getting slammed by like 3 or 4 battleships. That would have prevented them from coming back and resecuring the sector. Unfortunately... yeah, they're back. They are back with a vengeance. And there's not a lot I can do. Right, who's requesting orders in Grand Exchange 1? You are. Transfer your wares. You have many wares for much profits. Then go back and mine more hydrogen. Who else was pinging me? You were, I think. Now saving. Please wait. Always had the worst timing with that. I should probably get that Nova Sentinel docked at my station, because I might convert that as well. I don't really know if, well, do I really want to, though? Because I'm not sure if I'd really use it. I will take a look at it. Let's compare it to the Chimera. Let's Let's take a look at the Nova. Because
Entering system.
the Nova, when it came to X3, essentially, was my standard ship. Other than when I was, you know, flying a much heavier ship, that was the thing I would fly. Yeah, when I manually give them orders to do this, to, you know, mine a certain resource like ore, they're doing a good job. It's when the station has to give them the order that they're finding themselves somehow unable to do it, and I don't know why, and that's aggravating. Honestly. I don't know. Grand Exchange 1. I'm gonna have you... Go ahead and fly over there, my friend. I'm still flying off into the great depths of space, so let me not do that right now. Lodestones, unstable crystals, lodestones. There's still quite a few of that that's kind of scattered around here. I mean, especially now with all my miners in this sector, because of the ridiculous amount of them that I created now. You know, we'll see a lot more of that. You know, let me see here. Can I... sort orders. I would like to sort by sector, but I can't do that. Or so it seems. So yeah, I could spend just literally the entirety of my time here. This is basically how I would have to do this if it doesn't want to properly, you know, provide the resources that it should be providing. I would have to just sit here. Like, this is what manual kind of micromanagement of a station like this is. Just sitting here waiting for a freaking hourglass to show up so that I could tell them what to do.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, you've got nothing to do. Come dock over here. Maybe I'll sell you as well. We'll see. Let me also go ahead and grab that Discoverer and tell him to get his ass over here. Or not Discoverer, the Nova. Dock. Who else is now requesting my handling? Silicon miner. Did I actually have you mining silicon, I wonder? I did! Fantastic. Well, you know what you can do after that? You can mine some more silicon. You're welcome. Keep up the good work. Profit Center Alpha, yeah, you're the actual combat ships. You're not doing anything, which is fine. Ooh, let's take a look up at Guiding Star, actually. It's been a while since I looked up here. Last time, the Argonne were making a large push into this area in order to secure this territory. And they'd even infiltrated all the way to Xyroth's domain. They don't appear to have done much of anything there, however. And as far as I can tell,
awaiting orders.
They've basically gotten pushed out of there. Right, who wants orders now? You want orders.
Awaiting orders.
Trade wares. You are a ice trader. Go ahead and give it some ice. Mine. More ice.
Awaiting orders.
Trade. Silicon. Confirm. Mine. Silicon.
Awaiting orders.
Oh god, everybody wants orders all of a sudden. So yeah, look how much faster they're doing this now. They're actually, you know, dropping off the resources. Okay, you're the helium miner. So I have to actually come all the way out here to deal with you.
Awaiting orders.
Unfortunately, there's a very specific damn spot I have to go to allow you to remine that again.
Awaiting orders.
That's rather annoying. That's super annoying. Why can I not? Holy hell, you are beyond aggravating on that. Okay, I'm gonna go drop some more resource probes in that area to get a better estimate on what I can find here.
Orders.
They might have already mined up all the helium here. In all honesty, which would be very, very bad, because I need helium for this station.
Awaiting orders.
Mine, helium. You're doing methane. Just back and forth.
Orders.
Back and forth management. Micromanagement, I should say. I do desperately hope.
Awaiting orders.
Again, I have to freaking. Why? Methane. You are another helium miner. The amount of helium we need is only 4,800, so we already have enough for 2 hours worth of helium. So hopefully this will refresh quickly. If it does not, that's gonna be a problem. Space things! Hey, how you doing? You're hydrogen. You're also hydrogen. So 2 of the hydrogen guys are done. Hydrogen, we need 9,600, so we need a lot. A lot of hydrogen. And I have to individually reorder all of these as well, otherwise they're not going to do what I want them to do. So yeah. Yeah, hydrogen is going to be a slight issue, but we supposedly have, well, actually we don't have that much here.
Awaiting orders.
I guess the main problem with this setup here, or doing the setup here, there's the methane again, is that the only thing I really looked for was, do I have the resources here or not? I didn't really plant enough probes around to get a good estimation of the amounts, which could eventually come back and bite me in the ass, because if it doesn't, you keep wondering how station managers decide where to send miners, or the resources for miners. Yeah, I wonder that exact same damn thing, and as far as I've been able to tell, it's a matter of they basically go, this resource is low. I should tell every single one of my, like say silicon is low right now. I should tell every single one of my mineral miners to go mine silicon, so that we could get up, get above our threshold or something like that. So it doesn't properly spread out miners and such. At least that's what I've seen. I could be wrong in that, but that's what it feels like, in all honesty. I mean, this is what it looks like when you have to manually tell them all to mine and transfer resources. Like, if I had to do this constantly for this station, that would suck. If I had to keep this up, like, this is all I would be doing. Methane.
Awaiting orders.
Mine. Methane. So I'm gonna start...
Autopilot engaged.
Oh god, how far out did I fly? When I wasn't paying attention. I know I slammed on the brakes a while ago, but I apparently traveled
Highway.
A lot of distance. I'm 300 kilometers away from the highway now. I accidentally went all the way out here because I was paying attention to this wharf right now. and all of the people supplying it. But yeah, I mean, I'm manually ordering them to do it, and they're supplying it at a decent rate, and mining at a decent rate. But the moment I assign them to the station to do it automatically, they act like idiots. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade my... what the hell? I'm going to upgrade my station manager and hope that makes anything resembling a difference. Right, I've ordered them all basically to do their thing. Should be able to carry more hydrogen than that, but whatever. Mine hydrogen. Yeah. Actually, while I'm there, we're going to adjust that slightly. Right. How are we on the actual production? We're starting to work on the silicon wafer. So once that's done, we can produce that. Did we get anything? Superfluid is already done. So with the helium and energy cells, we should start producing superfluid. Coolant. Yeah, it requires the 4,800 helium. Ice. It's not going to tell me yet how much that produces an hour, but still. So we've got how many... I mean, this was taking a couple of minutes here, but it's going to take about 20 minutes of build, I think. So we've got... what? 6 more stations in the phase 1 of construction, essentially. Give or take. And once most of those are done, I will have them all... everything in that sector assigned as a miner for that station.
Entering
and
system.
Just hope and
right
pray
promise.
that they will make the right decisions. But to ensure that that happens, as much as is possible...
Awaiting orders.
Autopilot. Disengage.
I'm going to go dock with this station quickly and buy some seminars. I keep building 10 stations rather than building 1 super station. That honestly might work a lot better. If there's supply, if the supply in an area is low on a certain resource,
to drop my cargo.
It's almost better just to provide that one resource than to try and supply
Refined
some
goods
superstation.
complex.
I just personally like building superstations. It's just how I do it. Honestly, I could start, like, you know, the example being that I could set up multiple singular stations and then have them supply each other, but I've had my fair share of issues trying to get, you know, the different traders to deliver in between each stations. Now, although they have finally added some trade scripts to make that easier to do, there's still not enough control that I wish I could have. Like, again, I wish I could go in and tell them, you know, rather than, hey, miner 1, 2, and 3, go mine ore. Miners 4, 5, go mine silicon. And miners 6, 7, go mine ore for this station. I can't do that. It's miners 1 through 7, mine ore, silicon, and ice. That's it. I cannot alter that. At least as far as I've been able to find, you know, from everything I've tried, there's nothing I can do to fix that. I tried setting up a sector auto miner who would only mine 1 resource and then only sell to my stations. Couldn't do it. Because the trade restrictions I can prevent from selling to certain factions per se, but I can't seem to enable my own. And if I were to set everything to not trade, and for example my station doesn't have a bio, it's potentially possible, but the amount of just complicated bullshit I would have to go through to maybe make it happen is way more of a headache than it needs to be.
Here you go.
Right, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna buy a couple of good seminars here to make my manager less shite.
Good profit to you.
'Cause God knows he's gonna need it. He's actually already a level 3 manager and has very high morale, which is good. Which is very good.
Can I help?
Still. Here, have a seminar. I want you to be better than you are, though.
Can I help?
Stronger, faster, more excellent.
Can I help?
I can give you no more seminars.
Goodbye.
As a matter of fact, though, I wonder if that will improve this station from being less shite.
Can I help? Can I help? Goodbye.
He's a split. He's always going to have that lisp.
Can I help?
Yes, more profits.
Here you go.
Yeah, I can't use that. I need the 3-star. I'm pretty sure. And you don't have any more.
Good profit to you.
And to you.
Awaiting orders.
Undock. Take me, autopilot.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot engaged. Autopilot engaged.
Autopilot
Awaiting
not
orders.
functioning. There we go. So a lot of them are now just kind of sitting there waiting for me to tell them to go trade here. Transfer wares. So yeah, it really sucks doing this manually. It does. But I can't guarantee that they're not going to fuck it up. At least, you know, I have to wait until they finish some of the other stations so that I can see if they'll F it up.
Orders.
So I might as well ensure that they
Entering
have a
system.
good stock before
Trinity
that happens.
Sanctum.
So even if they do screw up, at least maybe I can throw more bodies at the task and hope that that makes a difference. At that point. That's why I bought as many of these damn ships as I did, because I really didn't want any bullshit
Entering
happening.
system.
So I
Unholy
bought like
retribution.
10 freaking miners of each of them.
Awaiting orders.
But could you imagine how boring this would be if this was the entirety of my stream, was just
Entering
for the next
system.
like 3
Bias
episodes,
missed.
nothing but me manually setting buy and mine. I mean, it's one thing if I'm doing it with the Nvidia miners every now and then, you know, to make huge profits. It's another thing entirely when I'm doing this. All right, I'm going to switch you over to ore, because we need a lot more ore. Lot more ore. 11,520 ore per hour. I like the speedy turn responses. Yeah, I know, right? Ah, jeez. Like, when I tell them to manually mine and then manually trade, they do it like that. If we look at the other station that I have mining in that one sector, everything they need, it takes them forever to do anything. Which is...
Entering system.
just not
Nobilious
acceptable.
Fortune.
Honestly. Like, if I go to property owned here again, go up to the
Entering
Holy
system.
Vision
Grand
shipyard here, and go to the
exchange.
overview. They're still not providing any resources. At all. I've got, let's see, how many gas miners does this station have under its rule right now? You're even mining in fucking Xenon space, and you still can't provide enough resources. I've got 8 gas miners. 8 gas miners currently operating for this station. 8.
Autopilot disengaged.
And when we look at the freaking information panel, what do we see? What do we see? They can't provide any goddamn resources for this station. Yes, the Man Arena has a larger hull or a larger capacity, but it is a bit slower, but not to the point where it should be this much of a problem. They're not functioning properly. I almost guarantee that if I manually control all of these ships, I will be able to ensure that they are keeping a station supplied every single time. If I leave it to the actual station to do the job, no. It's not, as far as I've been able to try, tell, as far as I've tried, it is not possible for me to tell certain subordinates to mine certain resources. There is, like, if I, for example, let me show an example here. If I go to the property for this, say the Man Arena gas miner here, who decided to F off into a completely different sector to mine the resources he needed, not only going to a completely different sector, but miles away from where he should be. And look, he's... My brain. Oh, my brain hurts so much.
Awaiting orders.
God, that's painful. Every single one of the gas miners, and probably the mineral miners for the station, are full. What are they doing?
Awaiting orders.
He's sitting here. Just sitting here with a full cargo hold. Well, not completely full, but his storage is set. Yeah, his storage is full. He is completely full. And he's sitting here. The station is starving of resources, and he's sitting here. Enjoying the view. In former Xenon space. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Every single one of them, I guarantee. Yeah, you're full. You're sitting there, doing nothing. How about you?
Awaiting orders.
You're nearly full. You're probably still just sitting around doing nothing right now, aren't you? Current order is auto mine. Yeah, I don't see you doing that.
Awaiting orders.
Gas miner. Same thing. He is full. He's sitting around, doing nothing. Ah. I don't even know what I can manually order them to go trade. That's totally something I can do. But, I mean, do I literally have to spend the entirety of my game manually trading every single resource and manually manhandling my freaking traders That's disgusting. I don't know what the problem is, and that's driving me insane. I shouldn't have to do this. They should be doing the job that they're assigned, but they're not doing it. And I don't know if I can fix them, per se. Because again, if I manually tell them to do it, it's fine. They'll go do it. But as they're assigned to the station, there's not much I can do. Like, if I go into their auto mine assignments, so he's currently set up as a miner. Default is currently determined by its commander. So I can't edit any of this. I can't remove any certain wares. I can't really adjust the actual information for it. I could probably, like, global settings for station supply. Only my property may trade. You know what, I'm just going to say fuck it and say use global settings at this point. Configure the station, which is literally configure the station, which is not what I want.
Can I help?
Yeah, general information just brings this up. Edit the manager from the station settings. Can't do it. I can calm him. Station trades is global. Station supply is global. I've tried editing and fucking around with that. Can't seem to do much with that. Under manager, there's the various storage, different wares. I can't edit these at all. I can't. There's literally nothing I can do. That's
awaiting orders.
What drives me freaking crazy. I just don't really understand how I'm supposed to get this to function properly.
Awaiting orders.
Technically, there is a max travel distance, but if I go to the, say again, this guy, Mr. Defaulty here, and go to his default behavior. Wait, no, you're set to hold. Why are you set to hold? Oh, yeah, because this is a different sector and the wrong units. Let me go down here. Select the actual resources.
Orders.
No, there's nothing I can do for that.
Awaiting orders.
But yeah, if I go to the own ships here, I'll just select one, random one here. It's default behavior. You know, I should be able to tweak this.
Awaiting orders.
Can't do it. I cannot change the max distance. It is currently set to its specific auto mine, so only, you know, stage 1 auto mine. But then the question is, if it goes up to, like, say this guy levels up, because he's doing a lot of mining back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Eventually, yeah, the logistical overview, but I don't know if that'll affect gate travel distance. As far as I've seen, I've never seen a setting in there for gate travel distance, but I can check. As far as I've seen, what happens if they level up to 2 or 3 and then they unlock, you know, further auto mining? They're going to go F off somewhere else completely different. Not the ship overview. I want the station overview. Yeah, logistical overview. Problem being, there's buy offers, there's trade rules, there's wear restrictions, there's sell offers, but there's nothing where I can specifically tell them, hey, for my own personal miners that are supplying this, do this. There's the economy statistics, but again, that's just the economy statistics, so I can't
Awaiting
really
orders.
do anything there. And again, another issue is that the amount of money that's projected for this to cost is not... Click on the production, like say the graphene. No? Graphene or silicon wafer. No? Nothing I can do. Silicon wafers, same thing. It's currently working on 100% efficiency. Next production finishes in a minute and a half. This is how many silicon wafers it takes in an hour, and so on and so forth. And just, no, as far as I can tell, nothing I can do to edit any of that. There should be, there 110% should be, but shrug? Why? What am I hallucinating? Where did I see that? I know. It's like it feels like it's something. It feels like it's something you should be able to do, but I can't seem to do it, and I can't tell if I'm fucking up or if it's just the AI scripts are fucking up per se. Because again, even if the fact, like, let's assume the fact of distance. Let's ignore that for now. They can go 2 sectors away and mine and come back and do whatever. That's fine. They're filling up their cargo hold, and rather than bringing it back and emptying it, they're sitting there. I'm gonna start. You know what? I'm gonna go. Let me go to our good friend Google here. Miners not unloading storage. Subordinate miners, that's 1.3 though. I have a few ships doing auto mining for my station. Patch 1.3, they actually do the mining and have the full storage. For some reason they don't unload when they are docking. They don't even leave to dock. Or so credits into the stations here, that works. Even if they should only mine for yourself, it looks like the station needs money. Maybe to just show them that they could have some. You have to make a trade restriction. I had a trade restriction. Seems like it kind of worked. Right, let's go to the trade restrictions and take a look here at more detail of that, because yeah, that's just trade rules. Station trades, station supplies, and the sale of ships. Wait a minute. I think I figured it out. I definitely figured it out. I 100% figured it out. Yeah, I know. I know exactly what the problem is now. I know exactly what the problem is. Why is it like that? Basically, like, I did create a new trade. This is the default station supply rule. So, how this works is that you have to make, number one, we have to make sure that the station is set to this trade rule. So, let us go to the Holy Vision Station information and go to its default behavior and make sure that it is set to this trade rule. If I can figure out how to... Not trade restrictions. Maybe it's in the loadout. Where is this damn thing? Ah, here we go. Station supply. Only my property may trade. So, by saying that only my... This is the default station supply order now, apparently. So by saying that only my property may trade, that means that any buy orders that I create under the loadout screen for this station, like for example, let's go to methane here. It doesn't really matter what I set my buy pricing to, because we're providing our own. But say I put to, oh, I want you to provide 14,000. Oh, look! Someone is bringing us 14,000 minerals. So only my trade ships can fulfill this trade order, but I have to make sure that I have that in, and I have to set a buy amount for them to do that. That is fucking annoying! But at least we figured it out! Why they kept fucking up and not doing it. This is the problem. This is exactly what the problem is. God, that makes me feel fucking stupid. Yeah, they were automatic buy and sell amounts were off, but that's because I didn't want other ships coming to my station to sell these resources. I was trying to get my, my cost, which should be nothing, down so that my ships could, be the only ones supplying the station. But it doesn't work like that. If you tell your ships to mine for your station, they aren't actually going to operate in the sense of, well, we just fill up the station until it's full, or we fill it up until it gets to its quota of how much storage each type is allowed. You have to create the buy order, and you have to set the station to the trade rule that only your ships can trade, or only your ships can supply the station. Fuck me. Well, we figured it out. We figured it out, ladies and gents. That's exactly what the damn problem was all this time. What's the difference between station trade and station supply? Station trade is the same thing in that if I were to set up a station trade and say only my guys could trade with that station, nobody else could come by and buy from my station. So by setting it up, like the specific rule that I currently have, if I go back into the rule here, which this is a default rule set up right now as well. I didn't make this rule. It's something that was already in. I just didn't properly understand what the f was going on. So this right now is only saying, station supply. That's it. If I were to set up a new trade rule, for example, let me go ahead and create a new one. New trade rule, add roof faction, add roof my faction. Okay. So, with this trade rule, only my ships could buy the resources from this station. Likewise, I could say, well, I really want to sell to the Paranid or something along those lines. So by putting this, this trade route or this trade rule into effect, only my ships would be able to buy from my buy orders of that station as a rule. That is rather annoying, honestly. And then sale of ships is also a thing where I can say, oh, well, maybe I only want to sell ships to the Talati. Yeah, that's apparently how that works. Interesting. Right, that means I also need to frickin' screw around with this now, because I have that set up completely different. I now understand the problem. That was excessively aggravating. But hey. Yeah, the expected operating budget of this station is 33 million credits. Or 33.4 million credits. Station overview. Actually, first things first, let me go back. Only my property may trade. Let's see. We need, as per minimum... Well, let me just set up something like this. I know for ore, for example... we need at least 10,000 to operate that, so I'll say 30,000 is a good amount for that. Honestly, I should probably tweak these further down because we don't quite need that many. Let me go check and see what I need. So yeah, that's apparently how the new trade rules work. Now I understand. God, that was annoying. That was very annoying. So helium is the one that we don't really need a lot of. So I'll cut you right down to like 15,000 or so. Yeah, because we only need like 8,000, give or take, of that silicon. We need 9,000 of you. So I definitely want to get you up there a little bit. Whoops, I just cranked it down. Methane, we need 9,600 of you. So again, we'll bring you up a bit. Hydrogen, yeah, same thing, 9,600. So keep you around 30,000, give or take. And ice, we need 9,600. So yes. So by setting up these buy orders now, I can now set up all of those miners to do what they need to do. That being the case, let me go ahead and just have them trade all the goods that they now have loaded up and ready to go to the station so that it has the basic resources at the moment that it needs, and then I will have them all freaking, become miners for the station, and hopefully they'll be able to do what they're supposed to do without me needing to fuck with them. Now that I've figured out what the damn problem is. I still don't know why the estimated running budget is still so high, even though it shouldn't be. I mean, I can imagine the station calculator being a little bit off when it comes to the expenses required for that. Actually, let me scroll down. Maybe it's because I'm not looking at the proper section on this. No, the per hour expense cost should be 3.3 million, assuming I'm not providing basic resources. Trade wares. Trade wares. Actually, legend, information. I was hoping I could clear away this damn screen temporarily, but I don't know what the key is to do that, if there is one. So yeah, we're gonna quickly, and I've gotta freaking pass out here soon, because unfortunately, I gotta be up early in the morning for work once again, so yay. But we're learning something new today. I did not at all know how the new trade scripts worked, and apparently they fucked with how the old way used to work, so that was the main source of my confusion there. I did not know how things got changed, and that just led to this disaster per se. We already actually do have quite a bit of things like the methane and the helium and such as well. No, don't trade with the build storage. Trade with the actual. Thank you. I really wish there was a way that I could speed up construction of a station like this, honestly. Like, if I own a... what the hell is it called? Words, cough. Let me remove your orders for a second and have you get over here. Words. Cough, 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 cough. Yeah, it's showing me the vanguards. I don't know what he was doing. He was probably doing something that he was supposed to, and I just told him not to, so that's my bad. But yeah, if I have multiple construction vessels, I would really hope that I would be able to make them work together to speed up construction of a single station, but that's not something that I can do. Right, hopefully you will revert back to whatever your default orders were before I kind of ruined them by canceling everything. Okay. Trade with you. Confirmed. And that should be most of you should now be here again. And then I can assign you and all will be well with the world. We're actually down to, you know, we're varying from like 17 to 20 FPS in the map. That's ugh. But hey, what can you do? At least we have plenty of silicon wafers. Right. All the vanguards for the minerals. All the gas miners. Grand Exchange 1. Miner roll. There we go. Now if I clear out of my list here and go back, that's for you. Assign subordinate. Mission completed. Oh, I've submitted a lot of subordinates. So because I manually put the buy order in place as well, they should start filling that buy order, even though the stations requiring those resources have not yet been made. So yeah, that's apparently how the new trade rule works. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, the Alpha group isn't actually a group of miners. Looks like this is still expanding, so it's still slowly adding all of them in here. And yeah, they're going to go out there, they're going to do the job as well as they can. I still think that they mine faster and deliver faster if I manually order them to do it. But, regardless, you know, it's doing the job that I need it to do. Yeah, he's going off to mine. It appears to be working. But we'll find out when I look at this another time. So that being the case, we go to the logistical overview here and see what we've got right now. So we can kind of see where we're at material-wise, excluding energy cells, which doesn't matter because we produce it for, you know, infinitely anyway. However, I should also set a... Yeah, I'm going to set a maximum storage allocation for you. Well, apparently the maximum storage allocation is already quite high, to be honest. Right, that being the case... Pardon me. Yeah, no, let's move that down to, like, here, if not less. Because energy cells, we're still producing in excess of, like, 6,000 energy cells. So I could even keep that lower, that bar much lower. Automatic pricing as is. Yeah, I'll put it down to 100,000 energy cells. That should be fine for that. But yeah. If we come back and any of these are anywhere remotely near where they should be for their amount, then they're doing what they need to do. And I will be very happy with that. For a second I was like, why the hell do I have Nvidium until I... Oh yeah, that's for... yeah. Good reasons. Good reasons. So yeah, that basically solves that problem. Oh yeah, there was one last thing I wanted to do before I get the hell out of here. Also, we are now 43% of the way through the analysis of this Chimera. Yay! So once that's all said and done, I am looking forward to producing a bunch of those as well. Since we will be able to have a much, much more powerful ship that way. Actually, I kind of wonder, who makes the Chimera then? Encyclopedia, answer my question. It's a heavy fighter. Yeah, the Zyarth Patriarchy and the Court of Curbs both make this ship. So it's only the two of them. And because my reputation with the Court of Curbs is kind of crap, yeah, I won't be accessing that very quickly unless I, of course, do what I did, which was just, convert it over. But anyway, what was it I wanted to do? I wanted to take a look at the Nova. Yeah, the Nova Sentinel. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and add that to this list here. S-Class. Just to see how the ship compares. So I've got the... I think it was the split combat thrusters. The MK3 combats, I think, even. And we've got the thermal disintegrator. Everything as per default. Apparently he only has capacity for one crewman. No, he has capacity for 3 crew, but apparently I can't establish that here. Whatever, we're just comparing the ship here, so yeah. Yeah, no, it's not even close. But then again, I think I'm using the different engines too, so I'm not even going to properly look at for that, because I'm pretty sure I put on a different engine regardless. But yeah, just for the amount of damage this thing can do, the amount of hull it has, it's not worth my time to even consider that. So we'll keep it as an art piece, I guess. But yeah, the Nova as it was in X3 was one of my favorite ships to fly. It was my go-to combat ship to fly, essentially. Because you put some really good weapons on that thing, and I think it had four weapon slots, which not too many ships had that many slots. The only thing that was a step up from that I chose as a main combat ship was one of the Terran ships, and it eludes me right now what the ship was called. But yeah, I remember it having like five slots for weapons, and I would use the default kind of Terran plasma weapons or whatever for it, and they did ridiculous damage.
Asteroid.
And I absolutely love that ship, and that was my my go-to when I started with the Terrans. But yeah, before that it was always the Nova. I just loved getting the Nova, and from there I would get some other larger ships, because a lot of the destroyers that the heavy fighter, no, they were just destroyers back then. The small, or destroyers, or what is it called? So it wouldn't be destroyer, I don't think. It was... God, I'm gonna have to look up the classic distinctions, apparently, because I'm blanking out on the name right now. Yeah, the M3 plus heavy fighters, the interceptors were the M4 dinky little guys, the M2 destroyers, heavy destroyers, then you had the carriers. Yeah, so it was the heavy fighters. Then the M3, you had the M3 fighters, which I think the Nova was one. The M3 plus heavy fighters, which would be something, just the heavier class of that, similar to the... Yeah, very similar to the ones we have now in that regard, but yeah. I wonder which ones the Terrans were, but regardless, yeah. Either way, we figured out what our problem was. Our ships are going to be supplying all the resources that we need. Excuse me. And hopefully, next time around, we will see all of the numbers brought up on this. And actually, I should probably fix the other station for that as well, shouldn't I? Information. This one is also a problem. And it's my fault. So yes, let's fix that. Do. Hydrogen. We don't need that much hydrogen, honestly. Yeah, no. This station does not require that much hydrogen. Do need more ore, though, probably. Good. So now, they should hopefully provide those properly. Excellent. However, that being said, I know we did lose several trade ships here, so how are you doing for that? Okay. We've got a lot of gas miners. Only 2 mineral miners, though. However... yeah, only 1 resource is required for the station, being the ore. So literally all they have to do is supply the ore. And I think the... let me check the default amounts again that they require for this. Yeah, because this is a completely different... no, this is a completely different station, so I don't have the blueprint for this established right now. But it should be fine. He uses... show single production process. So yeah, 2,400 an hour. I currently have the ore set, yeah, well beyond what is necessary. So we'll say that should be fine. And this is the one thing, though, because right now... the FRF miners are there to sell these resources. Probably because they're there to sell because I didn't have the actual wear restriction in place yet. I do now. And we can see we have a full mineral miner who wasn't trading properly now coming into trade. So, in my effort to try and lower my expected operating budget costs, I actually screwed over the entire supply chain for the station and how it functions. God, that just... oh, man. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just... I guess it's a matter of I really did not pay enough attention to the dev logs and everything they were saying about the 3.0 or 3.2 update as to what they were adding with these trade scripts. So now it's a bit more understandable, I suppose. Another way that this could work well, per se, is just like we were mentioning before. I personally like to build large super stations, you know, that are completely self-sufficient for a end product. In this case, ships. Or in the case of the Claytronics. However, with the new trade script, you could, for example, let me take a look at the requirements for the Claytronics itself. Brain, come on, you can do this, Brain. I believe in you. I believe in you, Brain. I know you're tired, but come on, you got this. Alright. So, for example, say Claytronics are desired in... what the hell? Grand Exchange 1. In Grand Exchange 2, we have graphene and superfluid conductance coolant stations to the point where we can supply quantum tubes, you know, in abundance in Grand Exchange 2. Same thing in Grand Exchange 3, we have enough of the basic resources in abundance to produce microchips. I could then produce a quantum tube fab in Grand Exchange 2, a microchip fab in Grand Exchange 3, and the Claytronics in 1. I could set up these two to buy resources locally at potentially a cheap price, or I could have my I could set it even to station supply and station trade, so that only my ships, my trade ships, would buy the supply, and only my ships would trade the goods. That way, I could set up the Claytronics to only be supplied by my ships. Therefore, the ships for the quantum tube and microchip fac should then take those resources, or at least the Claytronics one, if I had a couple of ships assigned to, you know, grab its resources, it should send its ships to these stations to gather the resources it needs and deliver it to the Claytronics for production. Also antimatter cell, because I forgot that's something it needs. So yeah, that would be a way to set up several small stations without having to set up a super complex while using the new trade rules. So by using restricted trade and saying that only your people could trade that resource, you would be setting it up in such a way that, yeah, they would go grab those resources from your station as long as they're only assigned to trade to your ships. The one thing I wonder, though, as well, is how much can we tweak this? For example, if I have it set up to that we have a single Claytronic station, then we have the, you know, the other resulting stations, I could have them produce up to a certain amount of goods like we're doing right here and then sell after the fact. But I'm wondering if this chunk right here, if I say, you know, only my traders here are supplying goods for this station, do so, would they come here and grab those, or would they just go anywhere and grab them? That's definitely something I would have to look into for that. Because again, they might not specifically decide to go for this. I would have to make 100% sure that they're set up to only trade with my stations. And I'm not sure how deep that trade script rabbit hole goes. So that's definitely something we're going to have to look into a bit more. At least now that I know vaguely what I'm bloody doing, we might be able to do that properly now. Hey, Stick. Just finished the call. Certainly going to be an interesting position. Got an interview with him tomorrow. Good luck, you fantastic fellow. You can do it. Go Team Stick. Also, we figured out the issue, but I'll cover that another time later. But yeah. So yeah, we figured it out. We did what we could. Unfortunately, I got to pass out. So yeah, we're still losing money as well. I mean, this station is literally just draining cash right now. I don't know where it's going. Apparently we're, you know, paying the guys who are bringing the resources or something. I don't know. But we're just losing money like crazy on this thing. Because I gave it its 7 million and now we're down to 5.8. So it's just bleeding money right now. But hopefully we managed to figure out why. Hopefully all the resources will be provided. And anything beyond the limit here will be sold. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. That's all I can say. I don't know if they'll do it properly, but I'm hoping and hoping and hoping that they will. And maybe we'll get some people coming here to buy these goddamn Claytronics, because And apparently the one thing is here, Kitty, actually, yes, I can set individual restrictions on them. So I can set individual restrictions on each of the resources, but again, could I override that by having this? I don't know. I honestly do not know. Well, I guess that's something we'll have to experiment with later. But regardless, I am going to, I guess, call things there for now. Let me actually check up on this and see how it's doing quickly with its production queues. So we're into graphene now. So we got 2 graphene to be constructed, the refined metals, and then all the basic supply line here is done. And we've already started producing, too. I mean, automatic storage allocation's a bit off, obviously, which I think I'm going to tweak that right now. Yeah, I'm going to tweak that right now. So let's go ahead and raise that up to at least, like, say, 20,000. Because, yeah, graphene is being used in quantum tubes, plasma conductors, advanced... You know what? I'm going to raise it up to 30,000 just because of how many different things are... Actually, I can figure out exactly how much we need and then just double it. Graphene. Okay, so producing 4,000 an hour, and that leaves us with 1,700 extra, so I'm just going to say 3,000, so yeah. Like 20,000's more than enough. That's going to be in excess as is, so we should be fine. Same thing for refined metals. You know, that's 42 refined metals is disgusting. Now, we're going to need a lot more refined metals than that. I'll even set up to 30,000. Are you also only going to be storing, like, practically nothing? Okay, you're at least set up to a proper kind of amount. Okay. Water, likewise, you seem to be allocated a decent-ish amount of resources. I'm probably going to have to tweak this myself personally later on, but yeah, good enough for now. But regardless, hopefully we'll be able to completely hammer out all the details here, figure out everything we need, and blah-de-blah-blah-blah-blah. Yeah. When they are supplying what I need. Fantastic. Actually, why is the silicon that high? Yeah, we'll lower that down a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And again, I will mention that for anyone that might be on Mixer, which I don't think there's anyone right now. Let me take a look and see if there's anything coming from that. I don't think so. I'd have to... Nope. Literally nobody on there. So, probably near the end of the month, I'll be disconnecting that completely. Because I don't want any of that Facebook nonsense that they're going to be transferring everything over to. So yeah, that's a shame.
Asteroid.
I mean, never really got much out of that regardless, so I can kind of see why they eventually died off. But hey, it is what it is. But again, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed watching me once more smash my head against a wall. Why are you saying you have insufficient funds? I just gave you funds. Huh. I can't cancel these guys, can I? Those are only my ships. Those are my ships. So, am I paying myself for my own resources? Don't know. That's weird. Regardless. Calling things there. So yeah. Hopefully next time around we will be able to get the... Well, obviously we're 100% going to get the first level of construction done. If we can get the second level of construction done, that should be interesting. But obviously we want the final end product of that so we can start pumping out ships like crazy. I might also quickly get, since I'm pretty sure he's probably not doing anything anymore. Yeah, he's kind of just idling over here right now. In 18 billion for some reason. Oh yeah, because he went and got his new crew. Fantastic. You know what? Actually, let's do that really quickly so I have what I need. So, antimatter converters, engine parts, field coils. Let me quickly do this just so I know what I'm doing. Kitty, yes, you're adorable, and I love you, but stop being slightly in my way. Right. Let me pull that up. Let me temporarily get rid of these because we don't need them. Engine parts we need. Add, remove wares. I need antimatter converters. I need field coils. I require shield components and weapon components. And that's all the things I'm currently missing. Okay. Now for the actual amounts of that, though. I'd like to keep it as local as possible. So, where are you at? Engine parts. We require 1,500, give or take. Kitty, please stop. I know you want attention, and I love you. And I will get you some attention here shortly, but please, for now, stop being so damned adorable. Okay. Antimatter converters. We need like almost 1,000 as well. So we'll go ahead and buy 1,000. Weapon components. We need about 400. A little bit less than 400, but still, we'll just get 400. Field coils and shield components are the last thing that we need. And actually, you know what? Hold up. Remove all your orders, because literally everything is available here. It's a bit more expensive, but it's all available here. So, engine parts. Antimatter converters. Field coils. Only need like 60 field coils. Screw it, I'll get 100. Weapon components. A little over 400. And shield components. Actually, I don't need that many. I only need like 150. So we'll get like 200. Alright. And then once you have bought all of those, transfer wares with Grand Exchange. And shield components. And once all of those have been dropped off, which will also take part next time, all of the Baylor ships that we have here, Balur ships, will start construction. And that should be enough that I can get a couple more of my traders going and start them, you know, making some money. Because right now, I went from getting like 9 million trades due pretty much all the time to now like 5.9. So the amount of money we're making has dropped significantly. So I need to get some additional traders. And I think what I'm going to do is I might decide on getting a different type of trader as well. Oh, are you yawning? You a yawning, you adorable little brat, you. Aww. But yeah, I might get a different type of trader. Maybe we'll go for a parroted trader or something like that. We'll see what happens. They might be a bit sturdier, a bit faster. Less cargo space, obviously, but I mean, we'll see. We'll take a look at our options and see what we can see. And, yeah. We'll assign them at least one of these guys each for... so we'll buy 6, essentially, of whatever we get. And I'll set them up to buy and sell some good stuff. Because we can see, like, stuff like this. All of this is in demand. All of this is in demand. So I could set all of these different things to be what they buy and trade. And hopefully that'll make my life easier for that. But hey, let's get rid of all this for now. And yeah, we will save up and call things there for now. So we'll get some more traders next time. We'll wait a bit, see how they develop, see how they work. Hopefully get the second stage of the development done. God knows we basically already have all the resources, which is still shocking that we already got the resources required for that mega station. And, yeah, hopefully they'll start sending me back to making the kind of money we want to make. Because, yeah, I really do need to make some damn money there. Pretty badly. But anyway, regardless, thank you for watching. Have a great one.